Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. It's midweek MCN time. And what we got going on? Well, not a lot, to be honest. There are some important things to go over in the video, as well as some things that are quite shocking in some regards. But let's get you up to speed on some things. And first of all, something that goes back as far as April 8th, as we enter into what is nearly 2 months of Alliance Quest history. Yes, I keep trying to look at Alliance Quest history, obviously the current week, trying to look at activity so I can make informed decisions about that, what Alliance slackers need to be kicked, but it's not working. I've been trying all week, etc, 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 more. We actually covered this, I'm pretty certain I remember like covering this a long time ago. And of course it's frustrating, because you want to make decisions, you want to make plans, you want to kind of go, are things right? Are things wrong? You know, you want to look at previous weeks and such like. But unfortunately, you're not able to do that particular element of it. And well, it's not something that concerns me, but it would concern other alliances. But there are people out there that are interested in getting this fixed. And of course, it's gone on into April, later April, mid-May. And now we're at a point of going, we're at the end of May. What's happening with this? And the answer to this is quite simply, the game team is looking into this. So it's on Kabam's radar, but it is not something that we've got a fix for just yet. Can they get it into the next build? Doubtful. Is it something they could do mid-build? Maybe, but we'll find out more down the line. But at least there's a positivity that Kabam are looking into it. And now on to the runes. The runes for... I'm going a bit Scottish all of a sudden. The runes, you know runes. The runes are like you get Nightcrawler. That was bad. That ending part. The first part was good. Runes. Magica rune stones. I went away from this from a long time ago because I just thought this is just going to take too much of my time to do it. Yeah, it would have been great to get 7-star Nightcrawler. Whatever. But... these particular runes, as you know, you do the trade-in for the 7-star version of Nightcrawler, and that's great. But did you know, trying to get the version, the dupe of it, the Awakening, which of course you need to do by getting the same amount of runes, because you're going to have to buy that twice, which will cost you 240 runes. 120 runes you can get for free, but of course a further 120. By the calculations of Cam is saying that it's going to cost $300. Yeah, which getting the dupe on him wasn't priced at $300. That's a lot of doubloons and for a lot of runes, and at the same time that's pretty pricey. Look, Kabam do the models of pricing how they want to do it, but the extent of how to do it. Ooh. Does not sit well with me. I don't know if that sits well with anybody else, like learning that it will cost you $300. Depending on where you are in the world, like in other places it would cost a lot more money. But that's scary. That is scary amounts right there. $300? Ooh. I suspect somebody actually went and grabbed it. I think you get it from crystals. If you were lucky with certain crystals, like Paragon crystals. I don't know if it's in the Paragon mutant crystal. I think it might have been in the Omega Days one. I could be wrong with that. But there was a time we did talk about like, oh, a 7-star Nightcrawler already. You know, it's probably cost you a lot of money. But that was probably got from, you know, open up some of those crystals. But good luck to you. If you're one of those people that's spending exponential amounts of money on the game, you're keeping servers going, and that's a good thing. But the way that obviously Kabam set up their pricing elements to it, you're coming to a stage of going, I could buy a PS5 and probably some games for that price. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Like, the more you spend on the game, the more you kind of realise, I could get so much more for my money rather than applying in a load of money into this game. But in any case, it needs to be supported, it needs to keep going. We need 10 more years of the game, so our rosters don't feel like we've invested a lot of time and got nothing from. Now let's quickly talk about Sector 7 of Incursions. It's a bit of a divisive thing at the moment as to the particular challenge itself being a little bit too challenging. Look, people have found great champions to utilise against it. Some people have done, and this is interesting, somebody did on Twitter, sorry, X, said they did it 15 times to make sure they did a run that was just not, well, that was going well. to do that is a lot of commitment to it. I think it's a lot. That's a massive time sink, if anything. If you got the right champion pair-ups, things can go really well. I'm seeing Weapon X and Bullseye being great champions. Just picked up Bullseye, then realised I can't rank to him because I'm out of one tier 6 class catalyst. Wow, I didn't think I'd have that problem. But I do. In order to get my rank 2 so I can get a rank 3 because I got rank 3 gem. Damn, it's so close for that. But like, a lot of people are struggling against this. If you are finding you're wasting lots of units, ask the question, is it actually going to be worth it to kind of go in deeper on it? And that's the thing about saying, like, if you're having excruciating pain points with it, it's not fun. I think Kabam kind of like misunderstand the elements of kind of like this being a very competitive game and what's fun. That's the tough thing. Having fun in MCOC, it seems to be more of a challenge than it is to kind of like, you know, just get on and play the game with any kind of like, without any kind of issues. But at the end of the day, in response to like some of the points, like, you know, one here, what bothers me about on top of everything is the lack of communication from Kabam. No post acknowledgement of the pain point of frustration. Trying to set things right. It's clear they want us to spend to get Nightcrawler busting our butts to reaching Gladiator Circuit 3 months in a row. I can't with this, but I'm gonna have to push next month. But I'm just not enjoying that element of it. I would like to see better like potion revive elements to Incursions. I personally like Incursions, but I see a lot of pain points with the mode. I even requested when Kabam said like, oh, we're bringing back Incursions, could you have skip SP3? No, not happening that. I know it's got a time limit to it, which is difficult in order how Kabam do things, but I just would have liked to have seen it. Please make that happen. But as Kabam Jack says to this particular post, the reality is there isn't a lot of feedback that warrants a deep response. We know this challenge mode is challenging. We're aware that everyone would like to get through it, and there are some people who won't. We understand that the game mode, which is based around RNG, has a lot of RNG. We understand that some summoners are frustrated that want to see changes, but there isn't a lot we can do to make the fly changes, Incursions. And unfortunately, just because some people are upset doesn't mean we jump to change things. All right. We did make some changes in preparation to this challenge. We added favourable buffs and more control over targeted builds, and we removed some hard as nails defenders. We are aware of the sentiment towards this event and will consider it in the future. Will they? I don't know. I think we've all been there before. I think as well, being ex-Magica, it kind of takes away from certain champions that I personally use. I'm a massive user of Hulk. I know a lot of people would like to use Hercules in this mode. I know a lot of people would like to use different champions that are not ex-Magica in this mode, but they are limited, and that causes a problem, especially if you have to then rank up specifically an ex-Magica champion to a certain degree of potency, or maybe ascend, in order to make them more potent in this particular mode. So I definitely see the pain points, and it is the frustration that we saw very early on with Battlegrounds as to, like, you know, champion availability, type availability to improve grind in the particular mode, and going, well, look, I have to invest my rank up resources to get the best champions ranked up for defense and defense. So it's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on the summoner to do this. But yeah, how's everyone else getting through this? I'm seeing a lot of kind of like cool champion pair-ups, you know, Bullseye, I think we've like Rage into Combat and a few others as well. It's doing a number. I can't remember if Mr. Sinister is amongst one of the ex-Magic. Probably not, but I've definitely seen some stuff with him being utilised in a few places. So yeah, positive. No, this isn't positive news, but yeah, frustrating, and I hope that Kabam definitely learn lessons from, you know, previous to improve things in the future. Okay, quickly now moving on to playtesting. Kabam are doing a playtest of something. So I sent this. This is something I think popped up in game recently. Of like, oh, you're invited to these summoner, not a summoner sanctum, but a special type of thing. In it, and apologies, it is blurry. This is the best images I could possibly get at this moment in time. Just to give you a bit of clarity. In that, there's first of all a Zoom call. It seems to be with Kabam, but also it's referring to a playtest where it's saying having access to a computer in a quiet environment during the playtest. I don't know what that means, but it does say something about not a public library. So whatever this playtest is, you may be getting access. I don't know. Maybe they kind of like they pick a certain account, so you get access to, I don't know, a special type of thing. Would it be a new mode? Maybe. Could it be an improvement of some type of like loading, access, event structure? Maybe. We don't know as yet. Will these people that take up the playtest, which they're going to playtest between, I think it's 28th and 30th of May, and also June 3rd to 7th, which I think you kind of like you playtest and then you get to do the that element of it. Will it be NDA'd out of the wazoo? Yes, of course they will. So will we likely hear about this stuff? Well, you're not meant to. You're not meant to divulge any information to Kabam on this subject. But I don't know. Maybe some people will kind of choose to leak it. But no, we should wait and see when it comes to surprise of something good and stuff like that. Anyway, what are your thoughts on some of the stories mentioned in the show? That's going to be it. There's not a huge amount going on at the moment, but of course we're waiting and seeing for Friday. We've got the Spring of Sorrow Fight 2. Oh no, it might be Onslaught. We'll try and find some options to do that. But yeah, I'll be doing a coverage of that. Thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you all soon. Much love and goodbye. Bye.